I'm standing up, not for any reason.
Damn!
I thought that was my drink.
Uh-oh.
Too many cords and a lot of ass in the camera. Hold on.
What's he doing?
What's he doing?
Turn on the light. Look at that hurdle.
Turned on them ceiling titties.
Ceiling titties
Lights.
are activated. That means the pod is activated. Welcome to episode 85, everybody.
Dirty little bitties.
That's right. This Just Might Work podcast. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good week. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, a bunch of random stuff, as we usually do. But first, before we get into all that jazz, we're getting into the drink that I had the pleasure of bringing. Where did we go yesterday, Dilly?
We went to Italian place. I forgot the name of that name.
Yeah, so we cleaned our cars, and we used Dilly's little wash and John.
Oh, yeah.
On the seats.
Wet vacuum thing does amazing work. Holy
Man, my
crap.
girlfriend's seats, it was coming out.
Is
I'll
it
show
good
you a
for
picture.
fabrics?
Just fabrics, yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
I
we
could
used
use it.
on.
Oh, my God.
On your car?
Yeah, that's right. You have fabric sheets? This thing's insane.
God.
It's actually insane.
I could fabric cleaning it up. I would
Yeah.
love some fabric cleaning it up.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. It's great. It's a
You
great
come
little
over-
tool.
Yeah.
And her seats probably never been really cleaned like that ever. It's 9 years. Never.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
somebody shot in the back seats
Yeah.
for sure.
That's
said they
the
didn't,
color of water that was coming out of the seats.
Oh, that looks like dip spit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
exactly. I
terrible.
don't really need to show the camera. They already got the idea.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you say dip spit,
That's everybody knows
Bad.
exactly what color that is.
Yep.
It's its own color on the color wheel.
And I cleaned it out.
sure.
She's good for next, clean your car. She's
Probably
good,
cleaner
but-
than no. It's never coming back. Brand
No.
new. It was
No, it was
destroyed. It was
bad.
ridiculous. But it looks great now. So
Yeah, really good buy though.
it's like 90% now. So
Yeah,
that's
very good.
So we did that, and I don't know if Dilly can even sell that thing. That thing almost got murdered
I know.
cleaning
I
those
was
seats.
because I was just like, oh, I'll just buy it, use it on my car, and then sell it. But now I almost want to keep it. It is tempting because it does
I
crazy.
feel like so
amount
many
of work.
things you could use.
Yeah.
On. Maybe this
Like
couch
I didn't expect it to
that
work
just
that
got
well.
puked on.
This couch for sure.
Oh,
Mattresses?
man.
We got to hit it with the couch. Hit the couch on
We gotta hit
Mattress?
the couch.
mattress.
Dilly
Actually, this is a lot of shit.
pisses the bed a lot, so his mattress really
Yeah,
use
big
it.
pisser. Yeah.
Probably
It's all
so,
machine.
clean up like a couple of stains on maybe like a rug or the carpet if you
Yeah.
like just spill a little bit of Coca-Cola.
It's
Right.
designed. It's
It
for,
is pretty nice.
for pet throw up and pet
See, there you
messes.
go.
Which
Yeah,
is
so
funny.
it sounds like it's
So-
definitely worth a keep.
Yeah,
You wanted to quick sell. Use it once, sell it.
sell it. And,
Sounds like him.
Yep.
Yeah, it does. But
So
because it doesn't matter what I'm gonna.
So Dilly let us use it, so we were like,
Yeah.
all right, let's take Dilly out to lunch. He needs to
Very
get
nice
out.
of him.
We'll help him there,
Dude,
and we'll
I feel
pay.
like Dilly's the type of guy where it's like his grandma could be on her dying bed
and I'm flipping
and she's already
something.
been fucking
that casket
in the old folks home, lost all of her lively everything. It's all that hers
now we'll do
left.
cremation. We'll sell this.
Before I put it on the ground, can I get that casket back? Get back.
And then she's like, Dilbit, come here, Dilbit, little Dilbit. This engagement ring your grandfather gave to me in 1932. He worked in the coal mines for 16 years to afford this ring.
$2,200 starting to bid out. Anybody
I
wants it?
always had the dream of being able to see you propose to a beautiful young lady
500,
and get
35.
married and give her this ring and continue it on in the family. I want it. I'm not going to be able to make it to that wedding, but I hope with all my heart I get to see up in heaven you give this to a girl of your dreams. And he's like, I will, Grandma. 2 minutes later at the pawn shop.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Trying to get on an episode
That
of Pawn
what, the
Stars.
money
It's got a lot of history.
Get the money and get a nice little vehicle, of course, or
You have
house.
3.
Yeah.
Don't sell your grandma's engagement ring for a fucking fourth car.
Fourth car. I'm almost got a
No, I
garage
wouldn't do
full.
that. I won't do that. I'll buy a garage so I can put the 3.
There you go. Now we're talking.
No,
It's
I wouldn't.
terrible.
But it is funny though. I do like.
I do see myself doing that.
I would no. I like to flip stuff but now everything's a little bit tight. So I was gonna get my car detailed though. And I was like, that costs money. How about
You still save money. That was my point, right?
You would still save. I still saved at least
Yeah,
$100
see,
something
there you go.
dollars. Yeah, because the cleaner was like $120.
Damn.
$122. So
It's not bad. It's a
Yeah.
nice little machine.
Yeah.
so anyways, yeah.
High class worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took Dilly to lunch. It was slap. Well, pizzeria. What was it called? Flatbread.
Flatbread. Yeah.
Over in Bound Cross. Slaps. It's
Yeah,
it's
it was
over
really
in
good.
this part of town. So really nice. Then we went to candy shop right next door. That's why I got the drinks. I was there. We were there like a week before yesterday. Marin and I was like, I didn't get them at that point, but I was like, I'm coming back and I'm getting those drinks. So that's what I got. So we're gonna take a sip first. See if you can guess it.
Are they all different ones?
It's different flavored, same thing, same drink, but different flavors.
All right,
If
so
that
just
makes
like
sense.
last week. Okay.
Well, Dilly's was last week. So
No,
what did I
last
do?
week.
Oh, you were last week. Dilly was the week before. What
Yeah.
did I do 3 weeks ago?
I don't know what you did 3 weeks ago. I did Dookie Bros.
Oh,
Dilly
yeah.
did
Oh yeah, you're right.
Terrell Davis.
We're doing the same thing every week, just different brands.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, and it's non-alcoholic.
Not
Yes,
at
it
all.
does.
Although
can-
this would probably be good with alcohol.
So Dilly can shut the fuck up.
I know. We just cut that part right out of the pod because nobody wants to hear that. You know.
There it is. Let's try it.
Let's try it. So, and guess the flavor too. First, guess the flavor first. Then guess what you think the drink is. Your hint is it's from a candy shop. I knew
Oh.
that face was coming.
Oh, it's probably way too sweet.
It's like strawberry Jolly Rancher.
Woo!
Strawberry.
Oh, my God.
Strawberry or cherry?
It's... I'm not finishing this. It's really...
You never finish anything.
Definitely not this. I know. But it's really interesting to try. Wow.
Here, try this one. Okay, mine's watermelon.
Watermelon?
It's green apple. Don't really have to be a fucking genius to figure that one out. That one's black cherry. Is yours.
There
So
we go.
you pretty much got it, yeah. That one's way harsher than this one.
I think that one's pretty
Hold on.
good.
That one tastes like a Izzy. Remember those drinks, the
little
green
bit.
apple Izzy?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what that tastes like.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it tastes like. I'm excited about this one. They're getting more tame.
As we're...
Maybe not this
that
one.
first
That
hit?
one's pretty extreme. All right, take the koozie off. See what it is. Not the greatest koozie ever. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? That koozie, I can put it up where it belongs.
So
Yeah. It makes sense.
now it
Makes
makes
a lot
more
of sense.
sense.
Beauty.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, it's good. It does taste like...
Yeah, Warheads makes sense.
So yeah, it's just Warhead sour soda.
Do you want the watermelon or do you want the...
The green apple's good. That's fine.
All right.
Which one do you want? You want the watermelon?
Yeah, I'll take the
Yeah,
watermelon.
it's probably the best one.
It's good. They did a good job. It's sour. It's definitely good.
Sure is sour. Tell you what.
Yeah, it's a lot like actual Warheads where it's like the very initial ha is a ha, but
Yeah.
then
Good
after
point.
that it's like
It's all
I
right.
can survive.
Let's see how much sugar we got in here. 35 grams. Not bad.
Not terrible.
It's actually not. That's less than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to pull like a, what's that Mountain Dew flavor? The blue one?
Oh, Code Blue.
Baja Blast.
Code Red has...
No, it's Code Red. And then what's that's the teal one.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the one exclusively at Tabell.
T-Bell.
And
Ooh.
So good.
fuck, it's good.
So good. The blue one. What is the fucking blue one?
Oh, Voltage.
Crystal Mouth.
Voltage. Yes.
What did you say?
Crystal Meth.
Yeah, same shit. It has like 70 grams of sugar in the one little can.
Is that
Jeez.
even safe? Oh
Probably
my
not.
God.
So this ain't shit.
Not for your kidneys. It's definitely not safe for that.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Man,
It's a good little hit, though.
it's a hit, all right.
Yeah.
I like how it says naturally flavored, and then on the back it says 0% juice.
It's like naturally flavored with our own flavors.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. What did you get at the candy store?
Oh, man. So I like chocolate. I like dairy. I like anything like that. You know?
Sweet.
But I got the brand, these two chocolate bars. The brand is Milk.
Toblerone.
Not
close?
that close. But we did see that. But Milka, is that what it was? Milka?
Milka. Yeah.
Milka, it's
German.
German. They make good stuff all the way around. So
For a long time.
long time. But they were really they're so good. So I saw them, and I was like, shit, I had them before, and like, they're really good. I got cookies and cream, or what was it, cookies and Oreo?
Essentially, it's Oreo, but cookies and
cookies and
cream. Yeah,
cream.
same shit.
Very good. And we got some left if you want to try something.
How do you feel about cookies and cream?
It's good.
It's not my go-to at all.
What's
probably-
your go-to?
Well, milk for sure. But if I'm going besides the regular, caramel for sure. Chocolate and caramel,
For what?
just anything.
Depends.
Chocolate.
Really?
For-
Salted caramel? You're a salted caramel guy?
I could do that.
Yeah.
But just regular chocolate, like the we've been over this. The Ghirardelli,
Yeah.
the caramel ones, the Ghirardellis.
Those
Come
are
on now.
really good.
Those are nuts.
Mint.
Mint
Mint.
flavor. That's pretty
Oh.
fire, actually.
Mint.
I've always been
It's good, but the caramel's nuts.
I've always been a cookies and cream. Like when it comes to ice cream, at least it's cookies and cream, and
I'm not
vanilla
cookies
bean.
and cream. Probably not even in my top 5.
Really,
Yeah, for
my
anything.
favorite. I think it's just like vanilla, like
Mint.
vanilla bean.
Salted caramel.
Mint.
That's a good ice cream.
Mint for ice cream too. Yeah, I'm with you there. Mint ice cream, that might be my number 1 probably.
It's crazy because
Or vanilla.
I'm not a huge
Classic vanilla bean.
A good
vanilla
vanilla
bean
is really, really good.
Yeah.
But
but a shitty vanilla.
it's
Not
just like
shitty.
pointlessness.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking might as well just drink water.
Like if
Yeah.
you just get Blue Bunny vanilla, stupid.
Yeah, dumb.
But if you get
that
a
fine
fucking,
shit, that vanilla bean.
yeah, that fucking
that bean.
the Bluebell.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, bluebell.
that's really good. But for anything, it's really can't go wrong with mint.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a creamy?
Before you get in this, I'm gonna drop a bombshell.
Fuck you just asked me.
I'm gonna drop a bombshell. Unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh.
I've never liked mint ice cream because I think it tastes like toothpaste,
Communist.
Yeah, must be.
and I have to say that just so you know where I stand. But it's
Well,
not
we
anything
knew you
against-
stood over there way long ago.
Mhm.
We didn't even need you to say it, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
there.
You want to say another one so we can actually punch you in the face?
You
Look
know?
at this fucking gross ass
Well,
bottle.
yeah.
I can't believe
You know-
this. This is
you know
algae.
the
It looks like a
person-
penguin's
Wow.
habitat.
That's the
dude.
most
It's
beta
fine.
thing I honestly have heard in a long time.
The mint thing?
Yeah, the mint
Seriously.
tasting like toothpaste.
Dude,
That
you don't even
also
know me, dude.
the person that says that I also feel like is the type of person that kind of gets panic attacks and cries whenever they go into a gun store.
Jeez,
Oh,
good
yeah.
lord.
Or gets gunpowder in their
I
eye.
did think.
Oh,
hey.
Not just like a
My
clump of it
fault.
or anything. The smallest little speck. You
Hey.
need a microscope.
I
to see.
deserve
Yeah.
this. I knew I would get shit for it, but at least I can see.
I can too.
And he had a clumps
But-
of it in his eye.
I had a piece of. They're giving me shit. Everyone listening.
We are.
I didn't. It's my fault. I should have worn eye protection or whatever you guys call it. It's like eye pro or whatever.
Eye
it's
pro, yeah.
fancy. So I didn't, and I wore my shitty little glasses. And I remember shooting this AR. It was boom. I was like, oh, cool. And then I was like, oh, my eye itches, and I ignored it. And then on the way home, I see this speck, and this gunpowder speck in my eye.
Do you go to the hospital
like-
whenever you get an eyelash in your eye?
No, this was different.
Is it?
Because, yeah, gunpowder can apparently blind you. Of course, it depends how much and everything.
Yeah, but I bet if
But-
you looked up, is gunpowder good
It
for
was-
you? It'd probably pop up.
It was in my. I could see the hole where it penetrated into my eye, and then it was under. Yeah,
You over dramatic.
I swear.
Ain't that the truth?
Swear to God, why do you think I went
Penetrated
to
your
the hospital?
eye. It was sitting on top.
It was
of
not
your eye.
because I rinsed it out, and I
Should
literally.
have seen him with the eye drops. He's never used eye drops before.
I used the whole fucking bottle of eye drops, and I rinsed my eye for 20 minutes like it was a fucking chemical shower.
Yeah,
It didn't
you
even
know
come
the
out.
ones with like in the
I was
science
like-
rooms. That's exactly how he treated the eye drops. He just was like,
I was like,
I'm like, my eye drops. It's one drop, bro. You need one drop.
so it didn't come out, and then I went, and they're like, yeah, you got some in there. Have a good one. And I was like,
Of course.
and so they said, let me see if it comes out. And so that guy did fuck jack shit. So I actually went the next morning to an optometrist. Optometrist. And then he was like, funny enough, that morning, guess what it fucking did?
Fell out.
Fell out, but I was holding it. That's how big the fucking thing was. I was holding it. And so I went there.
I couldn't see.
I went there. I wish I got a
Was
picture
it
of
that, or was it a dingleberry that fell off of Minnie?
No, it was not that. But I went
That might
there,
be worse for you.
And optometrist is like, hey, yeah, oh yeah, I see some trauma of the eye, and then I see a little hole, and I was like, yep. He's like, yep, there's just on the. I guess there's a very, very thick layer on your eye, and it'll just probably will kick it out. So, or I could have said, you know what, fuck it, I ain't no bitch, and then all of a sudden I got an eye patch. I didn't want to risk that. So
Pretty badass.
it would be badass.
It'd
kinda
actually
goes
make you
hard.
a little bit
It's
more
actually
hard
very
than
cool.
you already are not. So
Yeah. Hey, so anyways, it was good.
he almost went to the ER today because he stuck his finger in into a fucking, like those cleaning
Garbage
bottles.
disposal.
No, that would be a serious ER
That would be
trip.
bad.
That would be actually go there.
No, this was a joke. It was funny, but
Nah, I don't know if it was.
I would have cut it off. I wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Well, your finger, Jesus.
No.
The like wet wipes container. You know
Oh,
what they
yeah.
come out of, like that.
Yeah,
little,
it's like a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah, but this one was like super tight, like stiff, and I poked my finger through it because I was like, I gotta, start the cloth, poke the cloth through, poked it through, and my finger was fucking stuck, and I was like, oh my god, and so I just went 1, 2, 3, yeah, and it was fine, but like it was really tight. I'm not making it up, and I knew I'm not gonna go to the ER for that, but
It took me a second day of spitting blood to convince me to
Dude.
go to the ER.
This wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't. This is different.
You are getting
My
sent
finger
to
was
the
turning
ER
white.
by Lysol.
My finger was turning white. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to the ER though.
Urgent
Because
care?
I don't. No, not urgent care. If like fuck my fingers. If it's my eyes, not really.
or your
my eyes.
balls.
Eyes, my balls, going getting checked out.
The balls are fair unless you just need
Yeah.
to beat it.
Dude, you just
Yeah.
need to make sure you always have a job that has really good health care for this shit.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
You're racking up bills.
Jesus Christ.
But what were you even talking about?
I don't know. You got blue balls one time and you got scared, so you fucking ran to the fucking. You're like, I need help. A 911.
I tell Tanner this one thing. It talks about it. So
Well, it's,
I
it's
haven't
right
told
on.
anybody.
It's the same topic.
No,
is the same
are you
deal.
talking about the one time when you called 911 on your Apple Watch because you were getting really hot and sweaty and they showed up and they were like, you want us to take you? And you were like, I know that trick. That means I have a bill. No.
no, yeah, exactly what I did. But no, this is different. I'm not even going to talk about this on the pod. I can't talk about it on the pod. You got to talk about it
It's
off pod.
that
It's so bad.
low.
It's pretty bad.
It's great pot talk.
My chances would be zilch with any women if they ever heard this. So,
Well, you're
They're
already
like
there.
2.5
So.
right now.
Did
at
you
least.
shove your dick in a soap bottle?
No, but I didn't think about that. It's a good idea. But no, I didn't do that.
Is that possible?
I don't know. Find out.
We'll find out tonight.
I do
No.
take 20-minute showers. That's a lot of time to figure it
You
all
do
out.
take long
No,
showers.
but, they're like 15.
Well, yeah, you are bitching about the damn AC. It's the water bill we need to worry about.
That's a whole thing you're going to.
All right.
We live in a desert. There's only so much.
So much water.
Yeah, it
That Boise River, whew, it is cooking.
really is. I know. We jumped in it the other day.
Yeah.
Like a week ago? Was that a week ago? I think it was
In
a
the
week.
river?
Yeah. Jumped in it for like a quick second
Yep.
because it was ice cold.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
It's literal ice baths.
Yes. And it's traumatizing after it's like 80 degrees and then it's like all of a sudden it's like 5.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Literally instantly into shock.
Exactly. So,
It's awesome.
yep. I like jumped out as fast as I jumped in.
It reminds me of the wonderful memories of floating the river and watching Dilly for 2.5
I'd love
hours
to go
go.
over this again.
I was so fucking cold, dude. I was hyperthermic.
No, okay.
I was hyperthermic. I wasn't. I
Two
didn't
and a
have.
half hours. Just,
I didn't have any emotion. I didn't have any. I was in survival mode. I was like, I was sitting there and my
I
fucking
love this story.
my legs were numb and my cord was just barely fucking there. You know. My
yeah, it was like
fucking
right.
bodies.
Granted, we did go really early. It was like right around Memorial Day.
It was very cold.
It
So-
wasn't warm.
It was early in the summer, so not so really fresh
below 60
snowfall,
degrees.
snow melt. Yeah, fresh snow melt. So it's not enough time for like that water to actually be warm water
Right.
or warmer water.
Probably like 52 degree water. It's fucking maybe warmer, but to me everything's cold. But it was fuck. It was fun, but
Like all of us admitted it was cold, and
Yeah.
none of us thought we were gonna say, "Oh, this is a nice temperature of the river." Like all of us were like, "This is too cold. We shouldn't have done this." But Dilly was just, we were like riding through it, and we were just suffering in
Couldn't
silence.
move.
And then Dilly's just,
everyone's like paddle, and my shoulders are fucking. My body's like trying to fucking survive. I'm like, I was like, but it was cold. We got out. Holy fuck! Oh my god!
good
But
times.
Did you
Yeah, it
drink
was
on
fun.
that one?
I don't know.
That was the second one.
That was the first one of the season last year.
Right.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Can't remember.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can't remember.
Anyways,
So we're getting to the first topic that we actually want to talk
I don't
about.
even know
Yep.
what just happened.
Even though that tangent was fucking awesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Anytime talking about Dilly and his pansiness,
fun.
man, chalk it up to a
Hey,
great topic.
Well, hey, chill out.
I'll
Go
say
ahead.
it.
I'm not. It's not pansy. There's no pansy. Not pansy about it.
I'll talk about the
I got
balls.
you. Don't you dare. Tell
Mail's
Mel
on the
about
edge
it
of
later.
his seat for that one.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
go
we'll
ahead.
save it for later.
He is the guy that every single time he tastes something good and interesting, he goes, "That's dangerous.
yeah.
That's dangerous. I need to watch
That's
myself
fucking
with
good.
that one. That's a little dangerous one right there. I might overdo it a little bit right there. I might tip back a couple with that one. It's not gonna be
So
good.
true.
It's dangerous. I can
When I say
barely taste the alcohol in that one, and that's how I know it's dangerous.
When I say it's dangerous, it's
dude,
not
literally
dangerous to me.
2 minutes after I take a sip, all I hear is, it's dangerous.
It's usually food in my instance when I say it's dangerous. 'Cause
What
I
the
eat-
fuck? You said it every single time we've had an alcoholic drink that you
Well,
enjoyed.
I know the Sunny D one. I'm pretty sure I said it with because that was actually dangerous.
He just has to say it. He just had to
But
say it.
that one was. It tasted like Sunny D.
Well, that was the point.
I know, but just Sunny. You smart fuck, smart ass. Just like Sunny D though.
All right.
Anyways, back to
So-
the topic.
Game 2 of the NBA Finals is in T-minus 17 minutes. So
Yep,
we're going to miss
and-
the first quarter.
Nuggets are dressed to the fucking nines.
Yep. So they're up 1-0 in the series, which
Yep.
is very exciting. Because at this point, the Nuggets or the Avs were up 1-0 in the Stanley Cup Final a year ago.
Yep.
So nothing but fun stuff for the Colorado sports right now. So
Yeah,
at least two of the teams.
It's a crazy era of Denver sports.
It really is. One we've never seen before, really.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, more than one of our sports teams is contenders for this decade.
Pretty much in the same year,
Yeah.
which is wild. And could win it
Yeah.
within the same 365
Yeah,
days.
because Denver has made the NBA playoffs, the last 5 straight years?
Right. I think so.
Or something like that.
Something like that.
Avs are pretty much the same.
Yep,
Avs won
6.
the championship last season.
Right.
And Nuggets are in the finals this season.
Right.
So then, I mean, shit. The Rockies actually have to fucking pull something out of their ass and do
Seriously.
good. And then we might kind of be Boston. Be like Boston.
Can you imagine? That would be ridiculous.
I would love, I fucking shit on Boston all the time because of how spoiled they are with amazing sports. But I wouldn't mind having it in
No.
Denver.
No, God, no. Of course not. No,
wouldn't mind
we hate them because we ain't them. No,
Yeah,
but it's
they
like
hate us because they ain't us.
right. But obviously, it comes out a little bit of a jealousy, right?
Yeah.
Point. Obviously,
Yeah, 1,000%. Like,
it's fucking cool.
it's so fucking cool to say, oh, yeah, I went to the Super Bowl and watched my team win the Super Bowl. And then,
2 months
World
later.
Series right now. So, yeah, we're going to go see the World Series. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then a few months later, yeah,
You know, Boston.
right. Won the Stanley Cup. Yeah, it's cool. And then, what's the other sport? Basketball.
Yep.
Yeah, won the NBA championship. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that city's ridiculous. So
Yeah, but Denver up 1-0. And
right.
so, and the fun thing is, so have you watched any Crane and Company yet? That one Daily Wire sports show that I told you about?
Oh, no, I clicked on it, but I don't know what happened.
So, being a very devoted fan of that, I
Right.
watched their live stream
I
on
did click
YouTube.
on it. Didn't watch any of it.
It's really hard.
That's honesty.
It's fine.
It's kind of hard because like they need to be better at clips, to be honest.
There you go.
Because their live streams are great,
Right.
but they do early morning live streams, so it starts streaming at 5:30 in the morning for our time,
Jesus Christ.
which is the same exact time my shifts start.
Oh,
So
I remember you telling me
literally
about it, yeah.
start shift, leave the store, do my thing to do my work, and I just have it playing, and I just listen to it like it's like sports radio, essentially,
Right.
which is fine and great.
It's awesome.
And it's also because they are not popular enough to where like not a shit ton of people talk to them or message them
Okay.
on Twitter, so I can shit on them. And
They see it.
a little foreshadowing for future
Oh.
commentary about what we're talking about this episode. This most recent one after game 1, because
Okay.
they did like a 25-minute commentary about what they expect game 1 of the finals to be.
I see.
Pretty much everything they said happened. And so I was really excited the next day to be like, can't wait for them to talk about the fucking Denver Nuggets finally for 25 minutes and actually have all this and that. They talked about it for a minute and a half, and then for 7.5 minutes, they talked about how is the NBA going to be better or worse without LeBron? And I was like, why the fuck are we talking about LeBron? So I literally one of the main guys.
You tweet at him?
I tweet at him, and I was like, Skip Bayless has better fucking takes than you.
Oh,
and he
damn.
talks so much shit about Skip Bayless. He hates Skip Bayless fucking lot. So I knew that was going to get him 2.5 minutes after I tweeted that. Instant reply from him, and he's like, fucking did this, bud. Fuck you, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, let off the show talking about it. And I was like, brother, 1.5 minutes of the game, 7.5 minutes of LeBron. You fucked up.
Right.
Fuck off. But then it was like turned into cordial. I was like, still really love the show. This was a really great show. Can't wait to tune in Monday for it. It's going to be a great episode. Can't wait to hear more about it after game 2 and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, to be fair, yeah, we're probably going to talk about it a lot more after game 2 because, I mean, we did say everything that was going to happen the day before, so it's no big issue and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, fair play. Can't wait. And he was like liking all of my replies and responding like super quick. And I was like,
it's pretty sick.
This is cool. I love that this isn't a big sports show because if this was huge, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's awesome.
But I also knew like comparing him to Skip Bayless was instantly going to make his blood boil. So I was like, that was going to fucking spice him up real quick.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'd almost argue that you would get a response even if they were big because of that comment, So it's very possible.
Maybe.
So.
But anyway, yeah. So game 1 happened.
They played great.
It was such a refreshing game.
Yeah, they played great. It was awesome.
Both teams played great.
Honestly, I think one of the best players.
You watch any of it, Dill?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, dude.
He couldn't stand sports, so he left for about 30 minutes, then came back, watched the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. The basketball was good though. I don't mind. Are you talking about basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the basketball was good.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, but after a while, it's just same thing. So I came back a little bit later. But it really was good. On all jokes aside, it was fucking good.
It's like they just walk back and forth.
But
Billy asked me if
if
they take turns shooting the basket, if that's how the game works.
I was wondering how.
It seemed like Denver was. They were like, "All right, you get some. All right, you get some.
Right.
You get some. You get some.
Like,
everyone gets a little."
Yeah.
That's the name of their game, and it's awesome. That's what Jamal Murray was saying.
Yeah, super refreshing.
Yeah.
And I would have been fine with that Crane & Company show talking about this in the sense of LeBron instead of how they talked about it was just the off-court antics and politics and commentary and shit like that. Because for over 10 years now, it's always been LeBron James,
right,
Steph Curry,
right,
KD.
Yeah.
Those are, and there's always a couple others and whatnot.
Yeah.
That are always thrown into the mix.
Right.
But this is so fucking refreshing because there's not really a single fucking player whatsoever that is going to be trying to do some political commentary after the game man, I know I get paid $275 million, but I'm still fucking oppressed. Right. Or some stupid statement like that.
Right. Yeah.
Or this and that and blah, blah, blah. Or we need to do better. Anyway, I'm going to get on my PJ and fucking deuces, bro.
Right.
And this and that.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
ridiculous.
I'm gonna rehab in Cabo for 6 days. God, I have a hard life.
Right.
Yeah, all this stupid shit, and just only caring about that. Fucking bringing in books to press conferences that you didn't even actually read just to fucking look good.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, do you know that one?
No, I've not.
LeBron James on a pregame press conference showed up in a fucking, which is hilarious. He doesn't wear fucking glasses. He doesn't need glasses. Wore fake glasses with a suit to the game
with books.
And he had Malcolm X's autobiography in his hand, and to look good, and obviously Malcolm X, one of the biggest civil rights leaders ever from the 60s. They're toe to toe with Martin Luther King, just had different philosophies on how to get about change and this and that. And yeah, really influential figure, really worth reading his autobiography and big things. And he did a lot of shit worth reading. But he was just different philosophies of getting it done than MLK, and that's why it really has gotten forgotten about a little bit.
Right.
So yeah, and this was when Black Lives Matter and all the protests were happening, and Summer of Love and all that, good stuff.
Yep. Oh,
right.
So yeah, pregame press conference, shows up with the fucking Malcolm X autobiography, and suit, fake glasses, all this and this, trying to look distinguished, educated, and
Distinguished
I
Yes.
read this, I live it, I experience it, I speak on it because we
confident,
need
yep.
to continue the change. Reporter, and so he set himself up. He didn't actually read the book.
Oh no!
Because the
So they
reporter
asked
was
about
like,
it.
"What's your favorite part of the book?" And then she asked about a certain part of the book because she
Oh.
read the book
My God.
also, and he like it was very clear he was side-jetting the questions because he didn't actually read the book. He was like, instead of like answering the question about like
Directly.
favorite part, he was like, I just think the holistic view and like it's just regular middle school essay speak where
And
it's
once
like
you get-
you
once
can you make like one sentence into 26 so that way you can expand the paragraph.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
So yeah, like this finals, so refreshing because you know what's not happening? Any of that stupid political theater.
yeah,
Right.
true.
Any of that stupid theater bullshit that
That's
happens,
done.
none of it.
And that's what you were talking about a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
You were talking about it. If this was before both teams made it,
Yeah.
but if they did, he made it a little close in that Eastern Conference, but
Yep.
they made it. But yeah, Jimmy Butler, not at all. He's
Yeah.
the opposite of that. Same with obviously the Joker, right?
Yeah.
So
Joker, Murray, all of them.
all of them.
It's
It's just
Bam, Tyler Hero, even though he's not playing quite yet, he's probably going to come back soon.
he's healthy. they
He's
said.
slated for Game 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's when the Miami said that they're more than likely, if he is going to enter in a game, he's going to enter in Game 3.
I don't know what the run they've had. I almost doubt they put him in, honestly.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like Duncan Robinson, all these guys are literally
Right.
just here to play basketball.
Win the championship. Yeah.
They're not here to like be like, oh, this and that, this and that. Like these are like both teams are completely filled with players, and their whole idea of a legacy isn't built on how many Instagram followers they have, what movies they
Right.
were cameoed in, what fucking rap songs have them referenced,
Yeah.
this and that. Like so many of these fucking superstars that are only obsessed with their egos.
Right.
The only thing these guys give a shit about is how many NBA championships do they have. If they don't have enough rings to fill up a whole hand, they don't give a shit.
Right.
Like that's the
Yeah.
only goal is to fill up all 10 fingers with rings.
Yeah.
If they don't do that, they don't give a fuck. If that's not someone else's goal, they don't fuck with them.
Right.
Yep.
Which is
Which
great.
is so fucking sweet. And they're being like super fucking cordial, which is also cool. So it's like almost like college basketball.
True.
Because it's fucking sweet. Like you go to the after game press conferences, Joker and fucking Jimmy Butler are both like speaking good things about each team.
Right,
Like they're like, yeah,
complimenting each other.
we did this, but like, I mean, did you see Miami do that? We almost don't know what to do with that. That's such a good move. Like we don't know where that came from, but it's so good. Like they're talking so many good things about both
Right.
sides.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing, so amazing,
It is.
and it's
Amazing.
hilarious because now, if you go on all the sports shows, like Crane and Company, like Undisputed,
Yep.
like First Take, like all of these things, this is the least amount of NBA Finals coverage I have ever seen. And they want to say it's because both teams have such a small base, they don't think it's worth talking about. But that's a lie because they've pushed like.
because it's going so well. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
we'll just be honest here. Because like the Game 7 of the Celtics and Heat was the most watched playoff game in NBA history. So
Wow.
it's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't need both superstar teams to pull this off. But let's be honest here. Females March Madness.
Right.
Not the biggest thing ever.
Of course.
It is huge. This was the record-setting year for viewers. But that
It's only
also-
going to go up. Yeah.
it's only going to go up, but also that was heavily influenced because of the non-stop precedent of publication from sports outlets
Right.
on it. And that was deliberate publication because they wanted to continue growing the sport, not because necessarily the eyes were there. They know the eyes aren't there yet. The eyes do deserve to be there because it is good sport.
Right.
But they pushed it because they know the more they push it, the more people are going to watch it.
Right.
They're not pushing this, not necessarily because there's no one watching it. A lot of people are watching it. This
That's
NBA
for sure.
Finals. They're not pushing it because there's nothing to talk about. There's no fucking drama.
Bro, I was about to say everything's going so smoothly. Like,
Yeah, it's like-
crap.
Like literally, all it is 8-minute clips of Charles Barkley and Shaq just talking about how they are fucking horny for fucking Joker. Like they're like, this is the
True.
best big man ever. I fucking love this big man.
They do go off on him. It's so funny.
They love him so much. Like he sat down on one of the right after game 1 with them because they were doing an after court fucking commentary on it. After game commentary on the court. So Joker comes over and he joins in a little bit. Chuck and fucking Shaq both instantly go, "You got a sick ass face." fade there, man. You got a sick
No way.
fade.
That's
It's awesome.
They just
Hyped
fucking
up.
And they're like joking around
Getting
with him and
bricked
loving
up
him.
for the Joker.
Yeah, they're getting bricked for the Joker. And
That's-
it's
that's pretty
fucking
cool.
so refreshing to see. It's
It
like,
is.
holy shit, this is sports that I could actually give a fuck about.
See,
Like, I might actually watch the NBA again if it's going to be all this.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you think it's gonna be stay like this for who knows?
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
no.
Too smooth.
This
Too-
is a
too
fucking
easy.
beautiful moment in time, but that's it. It's a moment.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in a
Careful,
storm,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Don't assume what I will say. Are you
Hey,
kidding me?
I'm watching. Helping you out.
I mean, look at Ja Morant. They want Ja.
Right. It's like a storm, but then there's a
It is.
bubble, where it's
Oh,
like
the eye
beautiful.
of the storm.
Right,
The
but it's
eye
like,
of the storm.
well, more of like it's like heaven when you go into that bubble. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's like
Just a little moment.
beautiful, right? And then
It's like when you
and then
blow
it
a
goes
s-
back to shit.
Yeah.
That's like what we are in there.
Yeah, because like, look
pretty
at it
good.
right now. It's literally a fucking hurricane. Because it's like, fucking LeBron's just like trying to push this narrative that he might retire. We all know he's not gonna fucking retire.
Right.
He's just doing that to get attention on himself.
Yeah, he's just trying to get attention. He's doing an Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And then what they thought was going to be the new face of the franchise, or the new face of the league, which is like such a good, prolific, amazing player, and this and that is Ja Morant. And then all he's doing is flashing guns on IG Live.
Right.
Oh,
so-
no.
Yeah, it got him fucked up.
Yeah, so like if it's not talking about if they're talking about the NBA, it's either flashing guns and what Ja Morant's punishment's going to be. Is LeBron James going to retire? Or who's going to get traded where? What's Kevin Durant saying on Twitter? And then maybe a little bit of the NBA Finals right now.
True, Kevin
Wow.
Durant on Twitter. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why I stopped watching it like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I stopped watching
the drama.
it.
I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I stopped watching it well before you, and it
Right.
was literally for that reason. Like I was like,
Yeah.
and it's so childish because it's like I was freshman in high school, and I was like, why do I give a fuck about hearing any of this?
And obviously during like COVID and stuff, it got multiplied by 1,000, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then
Obviously, by what was happening in just the country.
most
in
the
general.
perfect example of like how this happened was LeBron wins a fucking ring in Cleveland. He's crying, kneeling on the floor, screaming in a microphone, "Cleveland, this is for you." Hugging the fucking championship trophy.
Right.
Amazing, beautiful moment.
Right.
COVID year. He's with the
Oh.
Lakers now.
Oh,
Wins the
yeah.
championship in a bubble. All he has to say in the microphone is, "I deserve my damn respect."
It's LeBron.
Shut the fuck up. I'll give you your respect when it's deserved, but here's the thing. You're never going to get fucking respect if you fucking
like-
say, "I deserve my respect."
Did he
right.
actually say that? I deserve.
Yes, he
He
said
said,
that.
I want respect.
Like they were on the fucking court, the confetti's falling down. He has the fucking trophy in his hands, and he goes, they're like, "Anything to say?" And it's like, I've earned my respect, and I deserve my damn respect. And it's like,
Well, he's
no,
being-
well, now you don't. Now that you said that out
yeah,
loud,
being
Now you can fuck up.
disrespectfully.
yeah,
just
it's
said
like when I was in the military, and it's like any fucking higher up, like he could have been a complete and absolute fucking badass. Gone to Afghanistan, gone to Iraq, has all these fucking decorations and all this on his chest, and blah blah blah.
But right when you say that,
But then the second we're at a fucking school circle, all 800 of us are there, and we fucked up a little bit, or someone slided him or something like that, and he's like, "I've been through a fucking lot, and I deserve my fucking respect." It's like, you're the butt of all of my jokes for the next week and a half, buddy. Like,
there you
guess what, bud? You are fucking toilet water.
Yep.
Sorry,
you did it to yourself.
you played yourself.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And that's literally what the fucking NBA is like people screaming for like, "I deserve a legacy. I deserve to be in the top 10. I deserve to be
Big
in talks with MJ." And it's
big
like,
size competition.
no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's why Michael Jordan was so great.
Yeah.
He just let his game
He
speak.
just did.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
what it's all
it's like-
about.
Someone would ever ask him, it's like, "Are you the greatest player ever?" And this
Well.
and that. It's like, what does the scoreboard say?
What about
Do we win?
Like-
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Kobe? All right. Kobe's
Kobe.
the one.
Very, very similar.
Black Mamba.
Legend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was very
Yeah.
MJ-esque.
That's why he's the second best player of all time.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say MJ, then Kobe.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing.
and we could stop there.
Yeah.
Sportsmanship.
Um,
Yep.
But
Yeah, but so
two super respectful.
yeah, so
athletes.
game 2. What do you think's gonna happen?
Well, I think I'm gonna. So
Who's it? Oh, obviously.
don't
Never
come
mind.
on, bro. There's-
No, I forgot. There's only 2 teams.
Thank you. He's
I can't keep up with all the teams.
he goes
Well,
like
fucking-
before the game. He goes or before the Stanley Cup. He goes, "Are we gonna throw a party on Saturday night Stanley Cup?" I'm like, "Well, nobody's gonna fucking win. Nobody's gonna
I'm
win
like,
the cup."
I didn't know they were like
Saying like it's a
It's
Super
not
Bowl
an
party.
yeah, it's not
17
elimination
games
rounds.
Right. It's like it could be 7 games. You know.
that's the thing. Good for them, but that's a long dragging out. I'll check Google for the.
Yeah, but it
fucking-
proves who's the best.
Exactly.
It does definitely. It's very
Absolutely.
good.
No luck,
Yeah, it's all it does.
which is
proves
crazy
the best.
because then that eliminates the idea of a Cinderella
Gamble.
story, like March Madness, where it's like you just got, you won, and you kept on winning games you weren't supposed to win,
Yeah.
and this and that.
I don't know.
But like,
Florida Panthers still.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly,
Good
but-
Cinderella story.
exactly. That's the thing. It's like the Florida Panthers, even though it's like you obviously proved that you're the best teams because you keep on winning 7-game series.
Right.
So it's like that makes it feel like it's not a Cinderella story because it's not like you just like rode a wave to victory.
Or is it just getting hot at the right time?
I don't know. But then Miami also kind of feels like a Cinderella story too.
Also true.
Because like they're the first ever
Eighth seed.
play-in team.
Oh, playing.
Yeah, they
Whatever the
took,
fucking play-ins are.
which is hilarious. You have to win. Do you know how the play-ins work?
Shit, I don't even know how they work, to be honest with
So
you.
how it works is they have 4 teams,
Right.
and 2 of those teams advance.
Right.
So what happens is, or no, it's not quite that, but it's like they play,
Right.
and then winners move on.
Right.
Losers go into loser bracket, and
Right.
then winner of the loser bracket also goes on.
Okay.
So Miami was the winner of the loser bracket. So
right,
they
'cause
lost,
their first playing game.
yeah, they
I'm
lost
like,
their
how the
first.
fuck do you make the playoffs and lose your first playing game?
Yeah,
That don't make no sense to me.
Dilly's getting tired.
So it's
Oh,
pretty
my
crazy.
Head, my neck's tired.
Yeah,
Well, just staring at the ceiling.
yeah. So
Bro,
it's
only
crazy.
been 40 minutes.
Got a big ass head.
Yeah.
Hold it up.
So,
That's
but
heavy.
I mean, that also like makes a lot of debate for against Miami because it's like, bitch, you took 2 playing games, and also you had to go to Game 7 against the Celtics.
The Celtics,
you
number
were
2
up,
team in the East.
You were up 3-0, and then yet you still let it go to Game 7. You couldn't have
Right.
closed it out.
Right.
It took you 4 more games to close it out.
Right, and then you look at the Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to go to 7, but it was arguably the greatest hockey team we've ever
Yeah.
seen, right?
True.
In the Boston Bruins,
True.
which is, we were talking about Boston earlier. Man, they are the laughing stock of pro sports right now, which is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Almost pulled off the greatest history in NBA history. Boom!
Wah.
Trash! Exploded in your face.
Yeah.
And then greatest hockey team we've ever seen. Boom!
Aw.
Florida Panthers. Fuck you. South Florida's got your number, bitch.
Facts.
And then, yeah, they beat them in 7 after coming back down from 3-1 down,
Yep.
which is crazy. Winning 2 of those games in Boston,
Yep.
and Game 7 in overtime in Boston. That's crazy. Arguably the greatest upset in Stanley Cup playoff history.
Yep.
And then gentlemen sweep the Maple Leafs,
Yep.
and then sweep the Hurricanes.
Yep.
All 3 of those teams, top 5 in the NHL.
Yep.
And now they're playing
1000%.
another top 5 team in the NHL. They lost last night,
Yep.
but doesn't mean they're out.
They lost last night, and then Miami lost Game 1. That is the first Game 1 of any series that they lost in the playoffs.
Right. They won all other 4. Yep.
Yeah, they
or
lost
3. Sorry.
every single one of the series that they played. They won Game 1. So
Right.
that's interesting.
I know. I saw that. Watched the full game, and Mike Malone was saying they've won all the Game 1 so far. Not today.
Yep, not in
Whatever.
our house.
Nope,
And I
didn't
was like,
happen.
dude, he knows how to motivate a team.
Well, it's what happens when you've been a coach for so long.
Mm.
Also, respect, and maybe this has to do a lot about the teams and how they're just respectful players and just the team in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Heat coach has been there for
Spo.
Spo has been there for 13 years.
Yeah, he was a film analyst and then worked his way up to head coach. He was head coach while Bosch, Braun, and
Were winning
Wade
championships.
was winning championships. He's still been the head coach this whole entire time, and now he's back in the finals now with
It's
the
crazy.
new set.
Yeah, no, that's really respectful.
Yeah, he was literally a film analyst to help
That's
like the
awesome.
scouting department essentially for Miami,
That's awesome.
and then worked his way up to head coach.
Right. So yeah, that's also cool to see, and I think a lot of teams need to have. Yeah, it's nasty. Of course it is.
That's gross.
Come on now. Dilly hasn't watched his water ball in at least 6 months. So
It's fine. It's just water.
Yeah.
with a little extra pizzazz.
Yeah, a little
It's
flavor.
like a little sour taste to it.
Yeah,
So,
so
I think
game 2.
To answer your question, what's going to happen in game
You got
2?
to wrap it up because it's going to be,
We're getting there.
All right, well, don't get out. I'm just saying.
I'm already buckled
Not
up.
about
I'm
me.
driving, baby.
Oh, man, I'm fucking
So-
drive fast, motherfucker. Go ahead,
Put
go ahead.
Pedal to the metal. So, yes, no, to answer that question, the Heat played great, and I think their strategy in game 1 was good. It was shut down Joker inside.
Yep.
But he's just so good at playing point guard as a center that he just dots everybody up, and then they dime it, or he dimes it, they drain it. So he played that great, but I don't think there's any other way for them to play other than that. Because
Right.
then
So-
if you let him in the paint, then he's just going to score.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So then what if the other team, they obviously study the way that they play.
Of course.
So what if they have something to counteract
Yeah.
that?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I think the depth is what is going to win Denver. If Denver wins,
Right.
that's what's going to make Denver win is depth.
Right.
Because, like that, what you were saying, studying and this and that, and
Yeah.
change this up. But the thing is, like,
Unless they have another plan. If that.
it's like they're playing fundamental team basketball. Joker, he took 3 shots for the first 3 quarters.
That's nothing.
He's a superstar. Normally, superstars by the fourth quarter, they're at like 27 or 20 points.
Wow.
So they've taken like 15, 20 shots. He took 3.
Everybody
He
else
does
was
not
scoring.
give. And he said after the game, he's like, I don't give a fuck about scoring. I don't give a fuck about shooting. I give a fuck about winning. So when you have players that are so willing to be, that are like, it's like one of those things where it's like, so we have to lock him up because if we don't lock him up, he's just going to eat and he's going to get 50 points because he's that good. And
Right.
Jamal Murray is arguably that too.
Right.
He could probably pull that off too.
Yep.
But we have to lock him up. But then that leaves other things open. But the thing is, they're not playing selfish basketball, so we can't leave those guys open either, because if we leave those guys open, they're just going to give the ball to them, and then those guys are going to cook, and then those 2 players are going to get 20 points apiece, and then we're
So-
still going to lose.
So essentially, to answer your question, why don't they just come up with a different strategy? There's not enough. You can't come up with a
At
bunch
this
of strategies.
time.
You can't just shut down everybody. That's
You have to be
impossible.
the better team.
Yeah. You can't just shut down everybody. That's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go. You have to go out of the strong suits. But to Mail's point, we have so many strong suits.
Yeah. Like,
saying, like-
Aaron Gordon is doing
He played
fucking
great.
phenomenal.
He played great.
Porter Jr. is turning into a defenseman out of nowhere.
He's playing
So what if-
fantastic too.
Yeah.
Is it like, I mean, this is just because I don't know how this works, but I think that obviously they don't have one play, you could call it. I don't know if it's
course.
what you call it, but they probably have a backup if the coach is like, all right, they know they're on to us, they know what
Yeah.
what we're doing. They
Which
can
is funny
time it.
because like they're kind of making it obvious.
They call a timeout. Yeah.
Like this past game 1, first free throw,
Are you
Joker.
talking about this
yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, so Joker was up on the free throw line. First free throw, he sees over to his right one of the Miami Heat players go like this to everybody
play.
else. So that's
Stop licking your ass. You're done. You're cut off. Stop licking your ass. Minnie, stop it. She's
Stop. That's how
fighting.
you puke.
nice.
Like,
She's cleaning herself. Calm down.
well, that's fine. Not the asshole.
Everything
Alright,
needs a
stop
little
biting.
scrub-a-dub-dub.
It does.
I already
Alrighty.
brushed her. Today.
But yeah, so like Joker, and this is why it's like
Grab my arm.
it's hard. Like they
Sorry.
literally have to come
Need a
up
Band-Aid?
with new things.
Okay.
They have to come up with new things, but now we only have to study one team. It's not like the regular season where we have to study 17
Yeah.
different teams.
Right.
We just have to focus on them now. So
Nice.
like literally like he sees one of the players go like this on his first free throw. Second free throw, he knows obviously make it or not. It's going back the other way and Miami's going to have it and they're going to try to make a shot. So instead of doing anything, he waits till the second free throw and then he looks over to the bench, he looks over at everybody and he goes
Yeah.
and he's like, pistol, everybody, they're doing a pistol fucking formation. And now he's already shooting the second shot. So now that doesn't give them time to communicate to change the play
That's cool.
that they were planning on doing. So he didn't give away that he noticed it until the very last second.
Very cool.
And then the second they go down, it's a pistol formation, blocks the shot, and pushes it out of bounds. And they didn't
Wow.
make the shot.
And he did that.
And it was a
fucking
turn.
did
It turned into a turnover, and they got the ball back. So, like, literally, Denver's paying attention to everything. They're playing. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter are rising to fucking superstar status in
Yeah.
a series, essentially, with how good of defense they're playing, locking up players. Like, everyone's just playing so good, and they're not showing fatigue either. It's not like it's Jimmy Butler doing 44 minutes on the court to pull off the numbers and pull off the achievements that every single Denver player is doing in 27 minutes on the court.
He can't go off. He hasn't done it yet, but he still played great.
Jimmy?
Game. Yeah.
Yeah,
He can't.
1,000%.
And that's how they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he's going to have to go off.
He has to
for
go
4
off.
wins.
Well, he has to go off, and then
They need to make shots. They've been struggling
Jimmy has to pull off a 30-point game,
at least.
and then 2 other players have to pull off a 20-point game, and then everybody else have to do their regular 7.
Yeah, contribute. So
Yeah.
that's how it's going to be. But it was pretty much the Bam Adebayo show
Yeah.
for the Miami Heat. He played fantastic.
He played so good,
on,
amazing.
Yeah, dude.
What are you talking about? So
Cool.
yeah, he played insane. So he played good. But so if I'm the Heat, I don't know how much you can switch up because I think they played great defensively on Joker.
Yeah,
That's priority number 1.
yeah.
And then
Like
the
you
person that
be
scored
ready
on
to
Joker.
block passes. That's the best they can do.
Right. And they just went after Joker with Bam.
Yeah,
So he scored a lot, but because Joker didn't want to foul out.
yeah,
So he put up like almost 30 points.
yeah.
So it's like, that's a pretty good strategy right
Yeah.
there on both ends on the Joker. You're just kind of hoping for the contributing factors of the Nuggets to not pull their weight, I think, at this point.
But
so, who do you think is going to win? That being said,
I'm still thinking the
I think-
Nuggets.
I
I'm
think
not saying that
Nuggets
because
too.
I'm a homer. I'm saying that, truthfully, I think the Nuggets are going to pull off game 2. I think they're still going to pull it off because they're home. They're 9-0 at home.
I don't
in the
feel good
playoffs.
about Game 3. I feel like Game 3, Miami will take that one.
We'll see. We'll see. The Nuggets play great basketball, though.
Yeah.
We'll see tonight.
I think there's a really good chance that Denver pulls off another win and goes to Miami 2 up. But I don't see us winning Game 3 anyway.
We'll see. You never know.
Who knows?
They look
Dilly?
really good.
I think based on the last game, the way the Nuggets are just pulling through, I think they're going to win this one. Based on this
Tonight,
one,
yeah.
we'll see how this one goes. That's going to.
All right. To finish off the topic, early score check. Let's see it. We're almost an hour into the pod.
Oh,
The
so
game is 10-2 Heat. Start the game. So
Damn.
Heat are off to a hot start. See what I did there?
White hot. All right, next topic. Shannon Sharp. Dilly, do you know who he is?
Oh, more sports.
no idea. Is it sports?
Kind of,
Oh, okay.
but not. Yes, but no. So, like I
Uh-oh.
was saying, foreshadowing with Skip Bayless.
Right.
Foreskin.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
Foreskin, foreshadowing,
Same
for
shit.
everything.
Yeah.
Foreplay.
Foreskin shadow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Skip and Shannon have had their sport debate show on FS1 for 7 years now.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Before that, Skip was at ESPN. He was the founder of First Take. He kind of
Right.
made Stephen A. Smith a household name
Right.
because Stephen A. was just a columnist, and then once he was on air with Skip, that's when Stephen A. became huge. So he has literally remanufactured the sports commentary world. Like how people talk about sports on TV has forever changed because of him.
I
Right.
see, yeah.
Individually and solely. And so people had questions 7 years ago when he was going to FS1. He's like, who the fuck are you going to talk to if you don't have Stephen A. Smith? FS1 is kind of a joke right now because they have Colin Cowherd, and that's it. So what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Ends up being Shannon Sharp, tight end for Denver Broncos, won 2 Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos, and then went to Baltimore, won a third Super Bowl with Baltimore,
Hall
and
of
then
Famer.
came back to Denver and retired as a Denver Bronco. He's a superhero amongst Broncos fans and this and that. Hall of Famer and,
Legend.
yeah, absolute legend. Is always in the conversation of top 10 tight ends to ever play.
Probably even top 5.
Yeah,
honestly.
top 5, honestly.
Yeah.
Top 10, top 5, depending on the person. But he is
Yeah.
in the, at minimum, the top 10.
Right.
With across pretty much everybody. And so, yeah, he's extremely influential. Was famous in the NFL when he was playing for having kind of a big talking mouth.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And
I'll never forget when they were playing the Patriots, and I don't know what he said.
he was like, he
called
called
the president.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys got to call the president because the Patriots are getting murdered. He's
Golly.
yeah, and he goes up to the stands. It was in New England, and he's like talking to all these Boston fans at New England, and he's like, don't worry. President sent it in the National Guard, so you guys stop getting killed. Don't worry,
Oh
they'll
my
be here in
God.
10 minutes. And like,
Wow.
Savage.
huge smack talker. So
brave.
it was great,
Really
amazing
great.
moments on
Yeah.
Undisputed with him. But news has broke. He bought out the remainder of his contract with FS1. So now he's a free agent.
Oh, dang.
And apparently he is going to continue to be on Undisputed until after the finals. So once the finals are over, that's when he's going to give his farewell and go off the show.
That'd be weird. So it's 2 weeks.
Essentially, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
much.
wild. At a really
So it's a
high
very
level.
cordial way to leave.
It is, but almost awkward a little bit, right?
Yeah, because I keep on watching the show. I've always been watching the show. Skip has been the most polite I've ever seen him ever since
No
this news
kidding.
broke.
Yeah.
Like, Skip has said some fucked up shit, and there's clips, and
He knows the show's never going to be the same.
yeah. And I sent the clips in, so I don't know if you guys watched that in our group chat.
I think I
I was
one.
hoping Dilly would watch it mostly because
Right.
Dilly definitely doesn't know about him.
Right.
Yeah.
But pretty much, like, he was saying a lot of fucking personal shit at certain points
Right.
No way.
where it's like it's super vocal personality and this and that and blah,
That's
blah,
for
blah.
sure. Jesus.
But at one point, they were talking about Tom Brady.
oh, God.
And he was
did
like
see
saying
this,
it's
yeah.
like you were jealous because like you had to fucking hang it up at the ripe old age of 38 and he's still playing at 44 or something like that. And he's like, you're treating me like a bum. I'm in the motherfucking Hall of Fame. Give me some fucking damn respect. Just because I don't think he's playing as good as he used to be doesn't mean I'm not disrespecting him or saying he's not great. But don't fucking come at me like I'm a fucking bum and I'm jealous of him.
Yeah.
And this and that. And like they were like, he just like Skip literally goes, put your glasses back on and this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Beefed.
And then, so that was a huge one. That was back in like December or something. But then the one that I think really, like, that one think they, like, annoyed, but, like, could have come back from. But the one that tipped him over the edge, and I think this is probably when he started trying to buy out his contract, was after DeMar Hamlin. Do you remember him?
I don't.
He was the
I don't know
dude
too much.
that got
Nearly
on Buffalo
killed.
Bills, almost got killed. It was a regular play. And
Oh, yes.
when
Holy
he went for
crap.
the tackle or something like that, a helmet hit him in
we
the
were
chest.
talking about the
Yeah, what
show.
happened to
We were
him?
talking about the show because of what Skip Bayless said. We were talking
Yeah,
about it
so
on the podcast.
Skip tweeted something out about how like along the lines of like
I remember that.
yeah, it's like what does the NFL do now with such a fucking pivotal game and this and that. It's like
Don't worry
fair
about
fair question to ask, but
Yeah.
you know, wait till he's alive before
Yeah.
you ask that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, you know, maybe first question is he alive?
Yeah,
Will he
that's
be
a-
okay?
Important
After
one.
you get those answers, maybe then ask that question, but you know, put it in your back pocket. Don't put it out there.
Right.
Yep.
Very next day, Shannon Sharp doesn't even show up. He decided not to go on the show that day. And then Skip,
No call, no show.
which kind of respect for Skip, where it's like good or bad comments. It's a comment that I did put out there, so I'm not going to just like let the hordes of people force me to apologize.
Right.
And he kept his tweet up. Even though it was such backlash, Shannon didn't show up to work the next day.
Respect for that.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, respect for that. Even though it's like, if there was a tweet to probably take down, that was a good tweet to take down.
Right.
I respect like not letting the hordes fucking peer pressure you into doing something, but like that one they kind of are right on, dude. You could have fucking taken that one down. But very next day after, so 2 days after that, Shannon comes back and whatnot, and he speaks on it and. Skip apparently like before the pregame thing was or pre-show thing, they always have like every show has a pre-conversation thing. I mean, shit, we do too.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah. So pre-conversation of like what's in the lineup, what they're going to talk about, this and that, and like obviously they were going to open, and because it's so crazy, Shannon had to address the fact that he did not show up to work that day before.
Yep.
And so he has this whole speech prepared and this and that. And it's like, I just worry for DeMar Hamlin. I feel like the conversations between Skip and I would have taken away from the focus, and the focus needed to be on DeMar and making DeMar healthy and this and that. And then he was midway through his speech, and then he goes, even though I disagree with what Skip said on Twitter, and I wish that he took down his tweets about the situation. And before he could continue his statement, Skip cut him off and he was like, we weren't supposed to be talking about that, but I'm not going to take that down. I stand by what I said.
Wow.
I'm not going to take down what I stand by what I said. I always have stood by what I said. And Skip
Tried to
or
make it
not,
look
Shannon looks at Skip and he's like, and then he like continues a little bit, and then Skip, because he can't like continue on, he has to win his arguments no matter what, tries to say a little bit more, and then Shannon goes, all right. And he goes over to Jen, who's the female person that like gives out the questions kind of thing. She's like the third person of the table.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, okay, we can go to the first topic, Jen. And he's like, and everyone kind of looks at him because everyone knows he had more to his speech.
Yeah.
And they were expecting like another 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. because also everything's kind of timed out for commercial breaks and everything else. So now they're like,
what do we do?
that wasn't supposed to happen. We have another 3.5 minutes before we're supposed to get to our next topic. So that way we have enough time to talk about that, but not too much time. So that way we don't drag it out for the commercial break and this and that. So it's like everyone's like
oh,
and
shoot.
and he was like, next topic, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And would not acknowledge Skip. And that one I was like,
how much?
That's the fucking cutoff.
Yeah, it probably was.
Whoa.
How much?
Yeah.
Not that episode,
Mm-hmm.
but how much of their episodes is for show?
I feel like how they talk to each other is probably, honestly, 70% true. 70% them. 30% overacting.
Right.
They are both extremely boisterous people, but
maybe.
I think it's one of those cases where it's like you, fucking Kurt Vonnegut, you are who you pretend to be.
I see.
And Shannon in the NFL got to be known as that loud, boisterous mouth talker.
Very true.
Mouthy smack talker. And Skip got really, really famous and really, really popular with all his hot takes.
Right.
Obviously, he was big in the columns. He was writing for newspapers and this and that as a sports section writer for the longest time. But then went in the stratosphere with ESPN when he got put on TV and he was doing these hot takes.
Of course, obviously.
And whatnot. So I think it was one of those things where it's like, because that was their public personality,
right?
They kept on pretending to be that, even though originally that's not who they were. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no way people are just born like that.
No.
But they were pretending to be that character of themselves, and eventually it just turned into
I see. That's a good way to
them
look
just
at it.
truly being that.
Right.
And like they're still uppity up it a little bit more, like
obviously.
No matter what. That's why I'm saying it's at this point it's probably 70% actually them,
right,
and 30% not them.
Right.
Because like there's videos of Shannon.
That's probably fair.
There's the videos of Shannon Sharp, and like I said, like my mom met Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's
like
wild.
she was one of the pizza stores my parents owned. They were working. It was like a rainy day, and he was like driving a Corvette or some shit, crashed it into a curb, and had to get it towed because it was completely totaled.
Damn.
No.
And my mom goes up to him, not initially knowing, but after actually seeing him up close, she realized who he was, and she was like, if you want to come in so you're not standing out in the rain, you can hang out with us. We've also got one of our phones, so in case your phone's not working or anything like that, so that way you can get whoever you need out here to take care of your car or someone to pick you up and this and that. And he was like, why the hell are you being so fucking nice to me? Basically.
Yeah.
Like he was like confused and dumbfounded, like why some random person is being nice, and my mom didn't ask for autographs or anything. So she was just like,
that's cool.
Treating him like any random person. He was confused and like kind of like standoffish about it. And then there's videos from like this past year or years or so where a random person, surely a fan of the show or a fan of Shannon, or at least knows that he's really famous, was at the airport, saw him get off a plane.
Oh, no.
And they were like probably like 5 gates down or something like that.
Flooding him.
No, they weren't flooding him. He stood at his seat. He stayed at his seat, but he turned on his phone and started recording Shannon just walking through the airport. And Shannon kind of confronted him, and he was like, why the fuck are you recording me? Stop fucking recording me, and this and that. It's like,
weird.
You're a public figure, dude. Like,
yeah,
you
but you got to
stop being, like, I get you want your privacy, but also you're a public figure. You're on a national television show, fucking 24/7, and you're all in the Hall of Fame. People are going to do that shit. Don't act weird.
It's going to happen
so,
the rest
like,
of his life. I mean,
based off of those experiences where he's not at the desk for Undisputed, I would definitely say how he is at Undisputed is more than likely pretty much how he is everywhere.
Probably because it's just ingrained,
over
time.
So, I want to talk about that because it's like, where does Skip go now?
That's a good point. Well, first of all, happy for Shannon.
Yes.
Good for him. Good for him getting off that show, because I think ever since the DeMar thing, it was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's got to go. I think the show's hit its end, hit its peak for sure. So.
Yeah, and after 7 years, like, you can't say, like, they cut it short.
No, they did great. So, that's good. I don't know what the heck Skip's going to do. He's got to do something. I
mean, they have to bring in another host or something, but it's like, who...
That's probably what happens, but...
Who are they going to bring in is the question, because it's like they always have had, like, these, like, freelance commentators pretty much, like, cycle through.
Right.
Like, Chris Broussard was always one of the big ones.
I see.
But now he has one of his own shows with 2 of the other guys that were always one of those, like, cycle through freelance commentators.
Okay.
Because those guys would show up on ESPN, they would show up on Fox shows, they would show up on anything.
Right.
They would be everywhere. They were
Right.
just freelancers.
Yeah.
And now they all have their own show. I think that is a Fox show, but just because now they all have their own show, it's like, well, they're not going to go on his.
Right.
So, like, who the fuck is...
It'll be interesting.
They need a big voice to fucking stand up against them, because
Right.
that's what was wrong with First Take with Stephen A. and Max Kellerman.
What's she doing?
Just
Like,
fucking
listen.
eating her paw.
You need two really obnoxious and really vocal individuals for it to happen correctly. And
Right.
First Take was sucking because Max Kellerman versus Stephen A., it was still good, but Max wasn't fucking vocal and fucking boisterous.
Right.
And that's when
No, like
Undisputed
Stephen A.
with Skip and
Bayless.
Shannon were fucking outperforming them because like it was two fucking boisterous screamers. So,
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
do you want to see Skip continue or should he retire, Dilly?
If I say continue, then where would he?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you
I
want
mean-
to see it? Like,
Because I
I'm
don't
kind
know.
of done with him, to be honest
I
with
honestly would say
You retire, get someone new.
he's an old hat. I think he needs to retire. This is essentially
It's a good point to retire.
people are gonna kind of say it's because he was forced to retire because no one wanted him. But in the
Yeah.
long run, I feel like people would look at it as him retiring at his peak.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
And especially
I
with
see.
like new forms of sports commentary coming out, like Pat McAfee.
True.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's a good time for him to retire. It's like a whole new age of
yeah, because
new
like
people.
just like how Skip changed the sports commentary network forever. Because before him, it was kind of just people talking about the highlights and
Right.
the stat lines, and that was it. Like, John Elway got 4 touchdown passes today, and he threw for 265 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Terrell Davis broke his single season running record and is at 1,236 or whatever. And that was it. And then Skip comes on the show, creates his show and this and that. Now it's fucking screaming at people of saying
Right.
who's better, who's worse, who's this and who's that, and why are you stupid for picking this team for winning and this and that.
Right.
And just like that, now Pat McAfee is completely changing the whole entire fucking landscape of sport
Right.
media, because now it's like, we love everybody. Everyone be happy. We're not here to fight about who's fucking stupid and who's not. We're
Right.
just here to fight about how fucking awesome. Which one's the most awesome? Because all things are awesome, but which is the most awesome?
And still doing, doing it in an entertaining way.
Yeah.
Right.
So like,
his own form, organic form. So,
yeah, it's like less of the debate show now. Like, people are tired of debate shows.
oh god, I was tired of that shit a while ago.
Yeah.
What?
So, and where do you think Shannon goes? Because he has Club Shay Shay, so he has his own podcast that's pretty
He
damn
does.
successful.
True.
Does he go to ESPN? Does he go to NBC, CBS? Does he do his own thing?
Might do his own thing, honestly.
It'd be cool if he did his own thing, because he can just retire whenever.
Does he? Yeah. Does he just do the kind of the private life? Like, does he just do Club Shay
Shit.
Shay and he doesn't add anything on top of that?
That's what I would do.
He could
I would
Whatever.
do too.
do that. You
Just
know,
go around and do interviews with fucking all your homeboys like Deion Sanders and fucking
Right. Legendary athletes and
Tom
stuff.
Brady and fucking everybody else,
Yeah.
and just like fucking chill and hang out.
and that
At your own place.
that way
Yeah.
he doesn't have a contract to. I assume. As far as
Yeah,
himself,
I think
so.
that would be the most. If you want a relaxing lifestyle,
'Cause
That's
he's
the
gotta
one,
Be,
but
what
I'd-
is he in his 50s?
50s, 60s.
Yeah.
I would.
Not 60s, right?
Got to be his 60s.
No way.
Doesn't look like it.
No, he looks great.
Yeah. How old is Shannon Sharp?
Shannon Sharp.
Oh, there we go.
I got it. Dilly, what's your guess? Oh, it says his date of birth, but
58.
oh, what? Because you looked it up.
No,
Oh,
swear to God, does it say 58?
I can't fucking find it.
I'm looking it up.
Oh god.
It says his. Okay, quick maths. 1968.
He's 54.
Oh, there you go.
He's
I'll
54.
do math. 54. Yeah, that's not.
He's 55 in 2 weeks. So
Okay.
Dang.
that makes sense. Yeah, he's in shape. Always has been.
Shannon. So then
Good
Skip
Lord.
has to be what, like fucking 70?
No, God, that'd be funny. I don't think so.
How old is Skip Bayless?
65 is my guess. 65.
68.
Skip Bayless. Let's see.
I'm going 68.
Oh Lord.
71.
71.
Jeez. Yeah, you gotta
Damn.
retire. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, okay,
Live
yeah.
your life.
Yeah, Skip needs to fucking retire. Fuck that. Like, yeah, you are 71 years old. You are acting like a fucking fool.
Yeah, you're done, son.
Dude, just
That's it.
fucking...
Peace, brother.
Dude, go out and go to the pasture.
Right.
Fucking send them to the farm.
Yeah,
You were nice for a little bit, but that's it.
Yeah.
So
Lord.
yeah, finish off that topic. Skip Bayless, enjoy retirement, and then Shannon, best of luck wherever you go next. So,
Yeah. I'm excited to see because, like,
no kidding.
I mean, depending on how fast the finals go,
Right.
that's how fast we find out what he's going to do.
True. So, yeah, that's exciting. So, do you want to transition maybe?
Yeah.
Um,
Transition.
I could talk about my movie for about 2 seconds. I feel like Dilly might be interested in my movie. So,
Yeah, I could. Which one did you see it?
The Boogeyman.
You did see it.
Saw The Boogeyman.
How was it?
It was actually really good.
Yep.
Probably for horror movies, and horror movies are hard,
Yeah.
right?
It
Because
could be
there's so fucking many of them.
Yep.
And there's the
It's either elite or not.
right. But honestly, 7 out of 10 for a horror
Nice.
movie, and that's really good for horror movies, I think, because most of them are like 3 or below. So, just because I say why it almost teeters at not 7's fair, because it was suspenseful, really
Okay.
suspenseful.
Some jump scares.
Oh, and a lot of jump scares,
Yeah.
but like not bad ones. It was like okay,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
got me,
Because
but it
But-
wasn't obnoxious,
I
Nice.
saw the first one years ago. I don't know when it came out.
Right,
Years ago, probably before 2010.
right.
And then so I heard about this one. I was like, shoot.
It was really good. The boogeyman himself, damn freaky, for sure. Like, you usually
Yeah.
don't need to make him that freaky because the whole idea,
Look it up.
right, is
Yeah.
under the bed, in the closet
Yeah.
type monster bullshit,
Uh-huh.
But he was actually pretty freaky.
End of the first, Miami 26, Denver 23.
Oh, nice. Shortened it down. I looked and it was 21-10. I don't know. So, not bad for both teams. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty freaky. The story, not too
I'll
bad.
have to see it.
Not
Yeah.
too bad.
Pretty
So,
good.
I would suggest don't need to go see it in theaters, but because
wait
I
for
think
it to
that
come
would
out.
be solid at home.
Yep.
Watch it with people and stuff. That'd be fun.
You know
Yeah,
what
that's a
movies
home
are on Netflix that I definitely want to watch?
What's that?
That just got re-put on there.
What's that?
There's 3 of them.
Lord of the Rings?
No.
No.
It's 3 random ones.
Oh, okay.
3 random movies that
Yeah.
just got re-put on Netflix that I can't wait to watch.
No idea. All Disney?
No.
Okay. What are they?
The Lorax.
Ah,
Is that not Disney?
No.
What is that?
DreamWorks.
Pixar? No, that's
DreamWorks.
Same shit.
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. Fuck,
Probably.
it's all the
That's a
same
big
to
I
me.
don't know.
competition.
It's a Dr. Seuss thing. DreamWorks and Dr. Seuss sound like right. That's right.
Right.
Number 2. Surf's Up.
Oh man.
Fucking elite.
What was that again?
The fucking Surfing Penguins with Shia LaBeouf. What the fuck you mean?
Surfing Penguins of Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Come on, Cody Maverick, Chicken Joe. What
How
the
does
fuck?
he know this stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, how does he know this stuff?
No, that's pretty
Jesus
good.
Christ.
Wow. And then what's the third one?
Jarhead.
Oh, what is that? Is that the military?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that.
Oh, yeah, it's called Jarhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh my God.
With Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
That one's by far one of my fucking favorite military
one's-
movies. If there's a movie that kind of gets me horny again and wants
Whoa.
me to go back to the fucking Marine Corps,
It's that
it's
one?
that one.
It's
Like
Jarhead?
that one's like, fuck, maybe I should go back to the Marine Corps. Like I miss the Marine Corps. I want to
Yeah.
be back in the Marine Corps again. Active duty Marine sounds pretty fucking titillating awesome. Is that one for some fucking reason?
That's really funny. I'll have to
Yeah.
watch
God.
it.
Which is hilarious because it's like you listen to fucking Jocko Willenick on Ben Shapiro's thing, and
Right.
he was like talking about like they were talking about like lowering standards of entry into the military and trying to convince people that going to the military is cool and this and that. And he was
Right.
like, me growing up, I was watching all those Vietnam anti-war movies,
Right.
like the fucking Full Metal Jacket and this and that. So it's supposed to be anti-war,
Right. Make you not want to go to war.
and that was just fucking more fuel to the fire of me wanting to be in. I was seeing that shit, and I was like,
How crazy is that?
put me in Vietnam.
That's awesome.
I'm watching Jarhead, and I'm just like, fuck, I want to be back.
So,
And that's an anti-war movie too.
there you go. So, yeah, our movie was good. Because there were some points where I'm like, oh, man. I have no idea what's going to happen, and I'm not excited for what's going to happen, which is great. That's exactly what a horror movie should do. So,
Yeah, 1,000%.
there was one point where a bunch of shotgun shells went off. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm like, how the fuck did nobody die? You know what I mean? So, but it's wild. I mean, he just dapping you up back there or what?
So
So, it was a good movie.
In ranking of movies, how good of it, like, what other horror movies are, like, pretty much around the same quality?
Oh, man.
Maybe not the same feeling, but the same quality and product.
Do you know a lot of other horror movies?
Well, I do, but I can't name them off the top of my head. That's my issue. I'm not good with names. I'm good
First
with
Annabelle sucked. Conjuring, elite.
Yeah.
Conjuring 2, not as good as the first one, but still great.
Yeah, not close to those.
Insidious.
Not close to... Nah, I wouldn't say not close to those, but not to that caliber. No, but it was...
Yeah.
It was solid. That... I don't know, something about the Conjuring's history and storyline.
Yeah, the Ed,
right?
Ed and Lorraine Warren files.
Right. That's hard to beat. You know
You ever
what I mean?
seen the movie The Boy?
In the striped pajamas.
No, this is a scary movie. The Boy.
I don't want to go into
Not
this too much.
That's a
but
good movie, too.
So we got there like 30 minutes before the pre.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we were there early.
Nice.
Because we just left. Dilly saw us when we left. We're like, when are we going to see? Wait, what the fuck are we going to see? When are we going to see it? And
We
where are we
just
going to see
left.
it? What are we going to see? We had no idea where we're going, what we're seeing, or what time we're going. We just
awesome.
left. So, which was fun. It made it fun because we're like,
Nice.
fuck it, we'll just pick one. When we get there, and there was one, it was like, it's supposed to start, but it was like the 30 minutes of pre-rolls.
Mm-hmm.
We got there at like 4. The actual movie started at 5. Okay. We were in this movie theater all alone for like 20 minutes. So
Dang.
it was a good time.
Yeah. I saw it.
Sorry. No, I'm kidding.
Back in the day.
Right, back in the day. It
Back
was a
in my
classic
day.
theater, so it was fun.
That is pretty sick.
But some of the pre-rolls, and you know what month it is.
Yeah.
It's June.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Some of those pre-rolls, I was like, it's fine. It's June. I'm not going
It's
to hate
just
on it.
heavy,
Pride stuff. Big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It was every single one was Pride. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is a
That's
little
like
much.
we get
You know
it,
what I mean?
you
Yeah.
I know it's June and everything, and I know you wait for one bullshit month, but
Yeah.
you
It's
don't
one of
have
those,
to go every single
It's
pre-roll.
just like my argument that I want to like an advice
Right.
thing that I want to give to YouTube and
Okay.
every political candidate.
Right.
If I see an ad about you or something, or the same exact ad or something like that,
Right.
more than twice in an hour,
Right.
I am not going to fucking support you.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Goes
will
for anything,
not
right?
fucking support you. Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
like it's
Annoying.
just like one of those things where it's like punches you in the
Right.
thing.
And little less than just that, more of one. They were talking about that Megan movie, with that like little girl.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Netflix.
I
Essentially,
I've heard about it.
it's this little girl that does a dance and fucking murders people.
Oh,
So
wild.
it looked like shit, but it's been out for a while, like a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they were talking about it and how they were saying it's like a queer homage before she kills him, and I'm like, no, what?
No,
You
just,
pulled that straight out of your ass.
and no one thinks that deep, and regardless,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, that makes
I mean,
sense.
it's just like
It's just
nobody cares.
nobody.
Yeah.
It's less. It's not nothing. It's really nothing against the gay thing. It's just like
Yeah.
nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and nobody gives a fuck, and it's like one of those things where it's just like
You could say it
you've made it.
right.
You have the rights.
Yes, right.
Like
It's like this has been
people
known for a
will
while.
start
Yeah.
hating you the more you're on a pedestal.
Exactly.
So-
I don't know. The more you
Yeah, it
shove
goes
it down
with
people's
anything.
throat, the more people are
but
gonna
yeah,
throw
it's
it
just
up.
one of those things
Sorry.
where it's like I want to give you advice to YouTube where it's like if you give me a fucking LG computer commercial,
Right.
I might be more interested in getting an LG computer over a MacBook.
Until the second
But
ad
then,
I get.
yeah, when I'm watching a 45-minute video on YouTube and I have the opening ad be LG, 3 of the center ads be LG, and the final ad be
I'm the same
LG,
way.
I'm like, sick. I want to never fucking touch LG
Right.
ever in my fucking
Right.
life. They don't deserve money, and I hope they go out of business.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
LGBTQ gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's it. Special.
Yeah, so it's like, and that's
edition.
for anything. If they fucking, I'm gonna turn vegetarian if I have 7 fucking straight videos of fucking barbecue.
Fucking
no,
hot.
fucking put the
Not,
dogs down.
not dogs. Gotta go away.
Put the dogs down.
Put the dogs down. But yeah, it's like if I fucking, I love barbecue. Barbecue's great. I fucking smoking meat, great.
Right.
Fucking brisket, wonderful. If I get
the
7
fuck this
fucking
is?
advertisements for fucking barbecue places
Right.
in 2 hours,
Can't have it.
I'm gonna be a vegetarian.
Right.
I'm
Can't-
not doing it.
Nope. Jesus Christ! What the fuck you doing?
You fucking ruin it all.
Are you fucking kidding? It's the most iconic picture we
It's
have.
fucking Mr. Matt.
We'll
Come
make a
on,
copy of it.
dude.
We'll make a copy of it.
Dude,
at
Matt's
Hobby
gonna
Lobby.
fall a fucking part now.
I really didn't mean to do
What the
that.
fuck are you doing?
Just a little bit of air.
Disrespect.
The air is open on the other one. That one doesn't have a screen. You're gonna let all the fucking bees in, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, Jesus.
didn't spill anything.
It all went down. It's true. You didn't spill anything.
He didn't spill anything. That's good, but
That's
that
hysterical.
Let's go Vegas! Yeah, fucking hockey.
So, anyways, we're transitioning.
Dilly, see what you did. That's what you started. All right, I think we'll wrap it up.
We can make the last one quick. It doesn't.
No,
have
we
to be
can.
that.
Yeah.
It could be really quick. Honestly, I don't know too much about it personally, but
Then why the fuck are we talking
yeah,
about
that's fair. We could just wait till next time. Honestly,
We can go big research this week.
let's just do that.
How deep are we in this podcast?
Hour 20.
Yeah, that's probably good.
You don't want to bring up anything else?
None right now because it's gonna be a deep dive.
You gonna buy any guns soon, Dill?
Definitely not. I don't have that money. I can scratch. I mean, if there's never
You
mind.
gonna sell a car?
That he might do.
I might sell my car. Yeah.
You want
I'm
to?
Thinking about that. Yeah.
How much you gonna sell it for?
Ooh.
When are you gonna sell it?
I'm gonna list it for.
Are you gonna shit or get off the pot? Fucking put it on Facebook already. Jesus
I know.
Christ,
Well,
we know
here's
you have the
no,
fucking
no, here's
photos.
here's
It's
the
like
problem,
1,000
motherfucker.
questions.
Here's the problem. If I put it on there, it'll be sold in 3 hours.
What's the wrong? Where's that wrong?
I gotta be ready. Like, ready. It's not like any other car. That's the thing. It's gonna be like.
That's
if
fair.
And so what I'm thinking of doing is, I'm gonna do it. I'd like to do it tonight. I was thinking about it earlier.
Oh, wow.
Funny to say it.
jerk off in the car one last time.
One last time, and then I'll post it. Oh no!
Leave your mark.
I'll put it.
I was here.
You're gonna be like, why is the headliner stick?
I'll put it
Be
on
a tall shot.
on Marketplace or something. But I'm gonna say testing the waters, because then that allows.
Can you do
people,
that? Is that a button? Or is
No, you just type
No,
it.
you just
Oh,
say
wow.
it.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
a thing?
It's a
Say
thing.
testing
and
the
then,
waters.
Yeah.
And so people will say, "Oh, it's testing the water," and I'm gonna say I'll
With no price?
accept a good. No, you put
Okay.
an asking price and say I'll accept a reasonable offer, and that's where you
Yeah.
get the competition.
Yeah, just make sure you get like a fucking like kind of private bill of sale thing where it's like bought it
I
as
will.
is, this and that. So that way a fucking cunt stain of a human being that doesn't
Right.
deserve to fucking breathe my oxygen
Right.
and is going to be a disappointment
Come
of a
back.
father.
Right.
You know, that kind of person.
Right.
You know, doesn't come
I
back
will.
and say, hey, you know what? You need to give me my money or I'm going to fucking
Right.
take you to court. So I want my money back and your car or fuck you.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'll make a bill of sale and I'll make it real clear. So,
No.
because what's going to happen is, guarantee some motherfucker's going to buy it and redline it, grenade the engine. Then
Yep.
he'll be like, "It's a bad car." I'll be like, "No,
Yep, it's like-
it's also
it's just
30
not
years
meant to
old."
drive
Yeah,
that
and then
way.
they're gonna
Yeah.
come at you, and you're gonna like kind of want to whisper underneath your breath while you're talking to them, and so like, you know what? I kind of hope your wife gets lockjaw next time you're
Yeah.
making love. You know? You know, just a little.
So it's the last fucking glug glug you've ever gotten. Sorry.
The last glug.
Yep.
Well, yeah. So I'm going to do that, but
You you just make your willy pop like a bratwurst. You know?
oh my
Jesus
god,
Christ.
yeah.
All right, I think we're good.
Cool. Wrap it up.
Ah, the fucking cat.
She
Grabbed
grabbed
my
on.
arm.
She could.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. She got
You ever
sharp
think
claws.
about your dick popping like a bratwurst if she
All
bites
right,
down
all
too
right,
hard?
I'm really scared of that, and I don't want to.
What about a little bit too much teeth and you just like take the skin off
You
like
know
a
what?
fucking
Yeah, I've
pencil
had that.
shaving?
You know
My dick looked like I fucked a cheese grater.
You know what? One thing.
It's
It's
not
a
fun.
fucking mental thing.
It
know,
is
one-
crazy. How does anybody do that to you? You know?
One thing I'm never going to do, and I
Have
know.
sex.
Well, stop it.
So fast. I couldn't even look at him fast enough.
Okay,
Oh
that was
my
very fast. But
I might have to make
I
a
was
clip
gonna
out of
say-
that. That was good.
I was gonna say, I don't want roadhead, which sounds fucking crazy, right?
What? Because it's the one time you're gonna
Dude.
crash.
No, but listen,
You
before
giggle
you
so
don't even
hard
know.
on those bumps. You're like,
But
fucking choke that shit.
I when I went to, and I'll tell you
No, I'm just
why.
kidding.
No, respectfully.
I went to. Just kidding. Sorry. On
Spit it out.
it had a
She didn't.
driving school. Okay,
Ooh.
I had driving school, driving class, whatever. Driver's ed. There it is. This word.
Yep.
And they talked about this guy
With
talked
Gary.
about. I didn't have Gary.
had
Funny
Gary.
enough.
Gary's cool.
I went to a different area, which
had
is
Gary.
funny. But
Of course you would.
I saw this thing called Red Asphalt. I don't know if you guys were required to watch it, but this guy was a nutcase. It was a retired police officer, awesome guy, but he scared the shit out of everyone. And it was like dead people. He showed us dead people on the side of the road because they didn't wear their seatbelt and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was
Classic.
a story. It obviously didn't show it, but there was a story that was read on that program, and apparently someone was getting roadhead, and then they got in a crash, and the chick bit his dick off.
His dick off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and found they
Yep,
found.
popped it like a bratwurst.
Yeah, so
Seen it many times.
I think I'll pass on that roadhead.
Dude,
So
there's
Yeah.
some,
But
like,
did he die?
yeah, he died too.
Well,
Dude,
yeah.
there's
so
some
fuck it,
true
he went out
carnage.
good, you know?
Honestly, that's a way to go out.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
there's-
you're overthinking it.
there's always true
Per
carnage.
usual.
But I got to shift. You know,
Yeah.
all my cars.
Dude, I just got done reading. Did you finish your book yet?
I did the Kyle Carpenter one.
What you think of it?
Oh, we finished it.
It was,
Book review. Let's go.
man, it was a really good book. It was a very good book. It was all his story. It was very good in the aspect of, like, he's just like anybody else. That's what I got from it. He's just like me. That's how you feel when you're reading it. You're no different. So it was a really good book, and it was a great way his story was laid out.
Mm-hmm.
But did it...
Going to make you kind of feel like you should put yourself out there a little bit more, give a little more gumption, try a little harder. If he can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, I guess it gives that a little bit. It gives off that a little bit. But I was going to say it didn't affect me too much, which is kind of weird to say. But it's definitely... It's more of like he told his story, and then he did have some motivating stuff.
I'd have to...
But it does give
his
you
whole
that.
story's motivating.
Yeah.
True.
It does give you... Yeah, more confidence, because you're like, this guy's just like
I think it less of confidence and more of gives you a mirror to look at yourself when you make excuses.
Yeah, is that too? Yep.
I'm gonna have to read it.
So it's very good.
Yeah, just finished Empire of Summer Moon. That was really good.
What was that about?
Oh, that's about Comanche. The Comanches and pretty much the final days of them being like the super tribe of the southwest of America and this and that. Yeah. Some true ass fucking carnage.
Nice.
I'm sure.
And like fucking gruesomeness. And it's like hilarious
Right.
because like people like so many times think of like Pocahontas and stuff like that and just like peaceful, kind of like essentially like ancient hippies
Right.
that just like
That's a
smoke,
funny way to put it. Yeah.
smoke peyote and just fucking like dance in the fucking
Right.
among the
Make
fires
movies,
and like
Chill
yeah
out.
and all this and that and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Not what it was.
No. Like Comanches were fucking ruthless.
Yeah, they were.
So yeah, like kind of it was like
Name of the game back then.
yeah, it was like this was kind of one of her family members was her story was loosely based off of Dances with Wolves was loosely based off of one of the stories that you read in this book. So it was like the Parker family and this and that. But dude, carnage. I just want to read this because it's when I was reading this, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
That's crazy.
So yeah, this fucking down in Southwest Texas or Southeast Texas, sort of near modern El Paso, I think, if I remember right from the book. Parker's Fort family, the Parkers, was there, got raided by Comanches. A lot of the kids got kidnapped. A lot of the family got killed. Rachel Parker was one of them that got kidnapped. She was already pregnant when she got kidnapped.
Oh my gosh.
They were using her because buffalo hide was like the most valuable resource. So they would kill buffalo, give the hides to the women. They would have to basically fulfill a quota of tanned buffalo hides for the tribe to use off and sell and this and that.
Holy
so she was used as slave labor essentially
like drug dealing or
by the
something.
Comanches. And
Well,
so
they'd
when
kill her if she didn't
somehow she got kidnapped, was forced to walk across the plains essentially, still came to full term, gave birth to the baby. The baby survived the birth, lived throughout the birth, and then the man in the tribe figured out and realized if she has a kid, she has to focus on that kid. The kid's crying,
Oh no.
and
No
then
more
it's
kid.
that. If she has to deal with this crying kid, she can't meet her quota.
Took the kid out.
They took the kid, strangled it with a rope right before it completely suffocated to death, released the rope,
Wow.
retied the rope around the baby, and dragged the baby through a field of prickly pear cactus
Oh my.
behind a horse until it was completely torn apart by the cactus.
I'll get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way of birth control. I
Isn't
think.
that the most... That's not birth control, but that was fun.
Sorry about that.
Damn. But yeah, I was like... reading that, I was just like,
Wow. That's ruthless.
whoa. Like,
That is ruthless.
I didn't see us going that direction.
yeah, I was like, I knew like some savagery is going to happen.
That's dark.
When you're trying to kill bitches, savagery will happen across anywhere.
Why didn't they just leave that?
Modern day savages, like,
Right.
Oh my
Pretty
gosh.
savage.
yeah,
That's next
their
level.
savagery will happen
That's
in
the highest level.
2023, and savagery will happen in 1292.
Right.
And
Yeah.
savagery will happen anytime in the world. Whenever there's
No matter what.
someone trying to kill another person, there's some savagery involved.
But
Yeah.
that one might be the highest.
That's
That's insanity.
fucking, yeah, that's
That's
Can't
bad.
even write that stuff. Well, he
insanity.
did, but
Like, you can't make
Yeah.
that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit can't just, like, be imagined.
That's
And then the
That's
saddest part about it,
unbelievable.
she
Wow.
was finally rescued by her family, but she finally was coming to terms and like being okay with the tribe and whatnot, kind of.
right.
Got rescued. The tribe was trying to take care of her and this and that because she came down with an illness.
Yeah.
And when her father or her uncle or something like that had a raiding party and found her with the tribe, pretty much killed the whole entire tribe, and then took her back, and they were going to take her pretty much all the way from like essentially Austin to like New Orleans, essentially, or Houston. So a long ass fucking horse ride back to get her as far away as possible to not get recaptured and also to have proper medicine take care of her. She was actually being properly cared for by the Native Americans. And she was probably going to recover from her illness with the Native Americans. But because of her getting rescued by her own family after years of living with the Native Americans and being under that illness, that like 600-mile horse ride to get her back to try to get her help killed her.
Jeez.
And she died.
No.
Like 2.5 days, 4 days after she was rescued.
You try to be a good person.
They thought they were doing the right
Yeah.
thing by getting her as far away as possible to get her to help. No, they should have just stayed
did
the
not.
fuck right where she was.
Well,
Wow.
that's a great
the-
way to end.
Yeah, perfect. Wrapping it up.
and, I mean, history's important.
That is important.
It is.
Yeah, that
It's
was a
good to
great
know.
book. Would recommend that book, Empire of the Summer Moon.
Write that down. I do want to read that. I want to also read your book, but we're also going to read the same book.
Yep.
Extreme ownership, yeah.
So maybe next week might be chapter
first
1 and
chapter.
2 review.
I don't know.
I still got to finish my book. But what are you going to say?
I don't know if I want it to be like a homework thing. You know what I mean?
It's a book club.
guy's always-
It's a
I
club.
feel like that.
He's no.
It's a
No
club.
one. You're the only one that's ever felt like that.
It's a club, bro.
Uh,
It's a club.
I guess it's good.
And it's like
Hell
one of
yeah,
the,
it's good.
dude, and it's awesome because it's like, you know, like when you're bitch and you are trying to watch a TV show and
I
it's like,
know.
oh yeah, both of us haven't seen this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So you're like, okay, we'll watch it together. And then
right.
she had the day off, you didn't. You come back and she's like, so I also am on season 3 now of the show.
Right.
But like you can
Exactly
catch up,
what
right?
Dilly did to me
So
with
you pretend it's my bitch.
the exact same show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not at all.
you can.
You live in my
but
house.
yeah, you can just catch up
That's
and
not
then
what I
it'll be
meant.
fine. I won't spoil it or anything. And it's like, no, we were gonna watch it together, and now that we're not watching it together, I'm just never gonna watch the show.
Because I'm on
Yeah.
episode 3 of season 1. What episode are you on?
Oh, you were on episode?
3 of season 1.
Oh, that's right. You stopped.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I'm on season 3 of episode something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm never. It's
But
Yeah.
too
yeah,
far
so
gone.
I think it's gonna be. It makes the book club. I mean, let's be honest here. It's kind of enjoyable to like actually commentating on the book.
Of course.
So like the book club thing where it's like, hey, we're just gonna, and then it's like not. You're not looking at the whole book now. You're just looking
Yeah.
at the chapter or something.
Right.
So it's like, all right, first 2 chapters, let's read that, talk about it. So it's way more digestible and way more fun because now you're getting commentary with everybody.
That's
There you go.
true.
And you've already read the book, Extreme
Yep.
Ownership.
I will
But
say,
I'll be rereading it for this.
There you go.
I will say, I haven't even read it yet, but I don't know if I'm going to be interested in it.
Because it motivates you to be a good person and take
No.
ownership of your responsibilities and shortcomings.
No, because
And
it's
you really
military.
don't want to take responsibility of shortcomings.
No, because it's military related, and I'm not saying the military.
Not really, but okay.
Well, it says Navy SEALs. We turn on
Half
the back.
of it
it's Navy SEALs.
50%.
All right.
Maybe 50%. The whole idea
see.
of the book is translating things, universal skills,
Yeah.
to be a better person. Yes, they learned it from the military and they're using that as an example, but they
I
also
see.
show it in practice outside of the
Oh,
military.
okay.
So,
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Well,
yeah.
I'm excited to read it. I've been
Yeah.
waiting for about
Yeah, it's
6 months.
They give a story from a deployment in Fallujah or something like that.
Yep.
And then they come back because their job now in their company is to go around and speak to companies and like help them develop a better teamwork in the companies to be more proficient
There you go.
I see.
in the
Okay.
end profitable and this and that. So yeah, you learn that. They give an example. They explain what that means, and then they show it in outside of military life.
Yep. Okay, I see.
But in the end, it really shows a mirror to your shortcomings, so that way you can look at yourself and say, wow, I am a dumbass bitch, I'm weak as shit, and I'm the fucking problem.
Time to pick it up.
Yep.
You need that.
Boom. Words to live by. Right there. Anyone listening.
I'm going to say,
Everybody.
I need it too. You need it
Yeah.
too. We
Everybody
all
does.
need it.
Everybody does. All right.
Yep.
No, that's fantastic.
That's
I'm excited
Some
to read
people
it.
are willing to admit that they need the mirror, and other people.
Ooh.
I'm not. Look, I'm not gonna fucking get into this right now. I'm hot as
Unbelievable.
fuck.
It's not that
But-
bad, actually.
It's actually
It's
not
really
that
pretty
bad.
good.
I more am starving. I have to fucking piss. Use. What did I call it? The
Oh my god, the dumpster.
The dumpster.
Tanner, we're at a restaurant. So right before we wrap it up, and Tanner goes, "It's a really nice restaurant. Might have to use their dumpster." And I was like, "God, what the fuck?"
That's pretty good.
That's a
Yeah, that
good
was a
dad
good
joke
one.
right there.
That was a
Come on.
very good one.
The
That's pretty good.
dumpster.
But yeah,
It's because there was a long pause.
there was
I was
might
like,
have to use
I'm
their
gonna have to use their
dumpster.
Nice.
God, that might have to be the title right there. Use their dumpster. All right. That was episode 85.
Yep.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's almost halftime, I think, in the game. Let me double check this.
Cool. Wrap
score.
it up right now.
All right. 13-point lead for the Nuggets.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 5 minutes.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Is that Owen?
Owen Wilson?
Wilson.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I'm so good. I know my
God.
people.
Oh wow.
All right. Thanks for listening, watching you guys if you're on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. For that nice lady that commented on episode 81. We saw it. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Episode 100 is season 3.
We might get a table and a setup.
Maybe. It's a 50-50 shot, but we're hoping for it. So tune in then. Keep watching. Keep listening. We'll see what happens.
Right,
With more
see ya.
support, it's possible. So we'll see you guys next week.
Long John Johnson!